What's going on, my broskies? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and today we've got GILD TESORO with his brand new Super Evolution here currently on Global. Remember, in order to get it, you need the Super Evolution skulls from the Grand Party season, and you need 9 wins to secure all of the skulls. So in today's video, I used him in 3 separate arenas, and I had a lot of success with him. He's actually really fun to use, even though it is still kind of tricky to do team building, but I feel like it's like kind of the same level of team building as like Gear 5 Luffy 6+, where you need to have, you know, the colors that you want, but also you're trying to fulfill the EX requirement of what Luffy's EX special is. And I feel like it's kind of similar in terms of what you're doing with GILD TESORO, where you just need one of every class on your crew in order to get the benefits here. So let's go ahead and start talking about it. Let's talk about that captain effect. Remember, the GILD TESORO you're seeing in this video is level 150 with limit break expansion. So this is as maxed as you can get GILD TESORO in the game. So Tesoro's captain ability states that it's going to go ahead and give 3 times berries at the end of the quest, which is kind of cool. I mean, more berry count is always nice. It's a very, very high berry count, and especially because we know that the Grand Tesoro ship is going to be arriving relatively soon in One Piece Treasure Cruise, which is going to even add even more berries, which is crazy to think about. But the actual effect, it will go ahead and give -1 cooldown to all characters, gives all characters 5.25 times attack with a 1.35 health boost, and then boosts the chances of landing on matching slots. However, this is where the real kicker is with Tesoro. After landing 3 greats in a row, you get a 5.75 times attack boost. But this is the way that GILD TESORO works, because whenever you land on a perfect, then you reduce your attack by 40%. And if you're running double Tesoro, you're getting quite a lot of attack reduction by hitting perfects. So enabling your crew to continuously hit greats is a huge net positive when you're trying to use Tesoro as a captain. Now, obviously, when you use him as a captain and you're hitting these greats, your chain multiplier doesn't really get to those high thresholds that you really want it to be, but he obviously offsets that with his special ability, which we'll talk about very shortly. Furthermore, in his captain ability, it does extend the duration of all chain multiplier buffs, or a chain lock buff by 1 turn, which does include chain boundaries, which is fascinating. And then he says that if one of every classes on the crew, so fighter, slasher, striker, shooter, free spirit, driven cerebral powerhouse, then it reduces special bind and special reverse by 5 turns, and that's massive, especially when you're running double Tesoro. A little bit difficult to do it that way, but remember, Tesoro wants to continuously hit greats, so sometimes certain captains might not even be worth running as hybrid scenarios with Tesoro, but being able to use him as a captain with himself and then have the rest of the classes be fulfilled with your crewmates means that you can have 10 turn removal of special bind and special reverse with double Tesoro. It's pretty cracked, and it works pretty well in some of this content that you're seeing in this video today. Captain ability wise, I can't do much faulting of this. It's actually pretty solid. Now, the other cool thing about Tesoro's Super Evolution is that they actually gave him a super type. This is the first Super Evolution character in the game that we've seen that has received a Super Evolution with super type, which is crazy. Tesoro's super type isn't the best though. The effect itself changes top and bottom row slots into rainbow and then gives an 800 base attack boost for 1 turn. So it's a very odd number for it to just be 800. I feel like this should have at a bare minimum been 1000. And it also extends the duration of base attack boosts by 1 turn. So if you're able to use double Tesoro, you do get 800 base attack boost for 3 turns. Which is kind of cool, I guess. It is interesting because if you activate another base attack boost and then use his super type, then it will go ahead and just extend whatever base attack boost is already on your crew. So you can use it in a couple different ways, but a 1-turn extension for base attack is kind of whatever, because a lot of base attack boosts don't even go past 1 turn anyway. So it's a bit of a weird one there. And then quick characters become super quick. So as we said, not a very powerful super type special. However, the super type actually does have some synergy with the special of GILD TESORO 6+, as it states that when you launch the special, if you have a G, a block, or a rainbow slot on Tesoro when you launch the special, it's going to buff your base attack by +500. So this can work with his super type, as we said, allowing you to get 1300 base attack boosts, which is, I guess, kind of okay. It's not like the best buff ever, but it is what it is. It'll go ahead and do 500,000 fixed damage to all enemies, so it's good that he has a damage dealing special. And then he changes top and bottom row slots, including block, into matching, and puts them in slot change impossible, unless you hit a perfect, which is really cool. I like that you can do that, considering that Tesoro is aiming to not hit perfects anyway. So if you can just have these slots guaranteed for you, and the enemy can't get rid of them, it's pretty strong. So you can just guarantee these slots throughout a pretty extended period of time, especially when you're running double Tesoro and you use his special ability here, as it will give you a 3.75 chain lock for 3 turns, meaning that if you have double Tesoro with the level limit break, it will actually buff that so that it will last for an additional turn. With double Tesoro as your captains, it'll become a 5-turn 3.75 chain lock. Furthermore, if you hit 3 greats during the turn you launch the special, it states that it's going to increase the chain multiplier to 4.25 times in the next turn, which is crazy because you can actually have that last for extended periods of time. It does mention here in the parentheses, also increases the minimum chain value. So I haven't actually tested this exactly, but from the wording here, it sounds like if you activate some type of chain boundary and then use Tesoro's special, then the chain boundary will also be buffed to 4.25 at that minimum value in that next turn. So that's honestly pretty cool too, that you can use it in a couple different scenarios. The other really interesting thing about Tesoro is the special ability is an 8-turn cooldown with level limit break expansion completely maxed out. 8-turn cooldown for this special is incredible. It is very, very strong. So I do think that he's probably going to see more play as a crewmate on a lot of different teams rather than a captain, but I do like the fact that he does have options when you do use him as a captain, because you can use him to farm your berries if you want to go ahead and get some more berries for leveling up your ships, because we know ship level up modifications level 12 is very expensive on the berries, so being able to have this captain now is very strong. But also having the ability to build a team where you have one of every class, allowing you to get access to his super class, but then access to that additional part of his captain, reducing special bind and special reverse by 5 turns. And if you've ever used Halloween Ace before, he has that same component, though it's not 5-turn removal, it's actually 10-turn removal. But you guys, if you've ever played around with that, it's an incredibly powerful ability that this character can get access to. And I think that he's not going to see a lot of play moving forward, which is unfortunate because he is a lot of fun to use. So I don't think a lot of people are going to use him, but as a crewmate, he's going to be great. And also as a character in Pirate Rumble teams, he's going to be great for Driven, Striker, or Quick teams alike. So that's going to wrap it up from me. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about the super evolution of Tesoro down below in the comment section. Really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys did, make sure to go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. On that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.